Livewire number 4. Much like the previous issue, it's inoffensive. Unlike the previous issue, they take what should be a really exciting fight scene and make it completely and totally boring. I'm not kidding. This is not an exaggeration. This isn't like a cutesy bit I'm doing. So you have... Well, I think I kind of called it. What was going to happen. He drains her. And as he's draining her, he shuts the chip controlling her powers off. So they have a fight. Alright, we're going to bring this down here. I know there's a big shadow right there from my window because I'm recording with sunlight. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping outside, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And I had to let some of that fresh air in. I wanted some of that sunshine in my life. Ah. And you see, that's what I'm talking about instead of the book. Because the book's kind of boring. Alright, so we're over here. What is going on? Where did this gear come from? Like, is that his laptop? Is this a TV? A microwave? I can't tell. Like, is that a car battery? Like, what is this stuff that she's animating? Like, where's it coming from? Oh, this part's pretty good when she yanks his cell phone away from him. It should have been he'll have to call you back instead of they'll have to call you back. But whatever. She's begging for her life and then telling him, you know, like, oh, I done screwed up. Oh, is that actually the mount? Yeah, that is the shadows from the thing the camera's sitting on. Weird. So she just animates all the electronics. He gets a little tiny knife out. Like, come on, dude. That's the best you got. You got a knife that's like this long and you're going to kill like a super psychic lady with it? Come on. That ain't going to happen. So this should be a really exciting fight scene. But look at all the angles they're choosing. From the side, from the side, from the side, from the side. It's all flat. There's not a single bit of dynamicism in the entire fight. This might be the most dynamic angle right here. And it's not even in the fight itself. Oh, this is a pretty... Actually, does this one even make sense? You know what? I'm not even gonna look at it. But look here. Random thing, random thing, random thing, random thing, random thing, random thing. The best bit is this, where she's reaching through 2 panels. Right there. That's the best bit in the whole fight. From the side, from the front, from the front, from the front. But these are all flat angles. They're relatively flat angles. There's nothing interesting happening because we're at a flat angle. We don't even have a background. It's just red or black or purple. Where's the background? They're fighting in a room. They're fighting in a place. This place exists. Where's he standing? Is he still in front of the windows? Is he somewhere else? I don't know. Where's she standing? Oh, actually, I kind of like this bit here, where her weapons are sandwiched between her, implying that, like, that's coming from her mind. That, okay, there's 2 things I like in this fight. But look at this. What's he standing in front of? What's she standing in front of? Where's his hand? Where are they at? Where are they at? Everything is a flat angle. And the whole fight basically continues that way. We're either in flat angle land, or it's kind of drab, or there's nothing happening. He's playing Magneto to her Charles Xavier, although Charles Xavier never killed 1 million people like she did. Oh, look. It's an actual interesting angle. There's nothing happening. He's just standing there. He's not even crouched. He doesn't even look like he's getting up from being down here. He's just standing there. She's just standing there. How about putting something interesting in the poses? Oh my god, do I have a G.I. Joe or something around here that I can pose for you? No, I think all my old toys are like down in the basement, waiting on me to have kids so I can give them to my kids. Okay, well, oh, I got a mannequin somewhere. Probably in the basement. Never mind. I guess there's nothing I can pose. But look at these poses. She's kind of in like an interesting pose. Like, she's all like, come at me, bro, you know? But look at him. He's just like, I'm a doofus. I'm gonna rub my flat top. You done? Well, this goody crap bores me. It didn't have to be this way, Pan. They are the ones driving this planet into the ground. They halt progress because of fear. Harada knew this and accounted for it, but you want to champion them so bad, you can die like them too. I don't know why I'm reading his dialogue like that, but oh. So there's the rest of the fight. This is our big money shot here, I guess. Like, does it do it for you? Because it doesn't do it for me. These angles, the poses, like, there's very little in here that makes me think, yeah, this was an awesome fight. Because it should have been. You got this psychic life drainer guy who you don't want to touch because he'll just drain you dry, versus somebody who controls electronics. Like, this should be a whole lot more exciting. This dude should be having, like, random bits of electronic crap flung at him from all over. He should be bombarded and using, like, kung fu moves to deflect things and stuff, you know? Instead, he's just, like, standing around like a mannequin. Well, this time I'm not stopping until you're a husk. Not so easy when I can fight back, is it? That's the best you got? You said our powers had grown out there. Evolved, right? So have mine. Then she meets with a guy and they talk, and at the end she puts on her suit. Time to get to work. Woo! Oh boy. I'm really close to being done. I don't know. I'm going to have to pick up number 5 and flip through it. Like, I'm going to pick that up off the shelf and I'm going to flip through it. I'm going to be like, do I really want to go with this? And it's a shame that the interior art is laid out in such a boring way. Because it really did. It bored me. To make the book interesting, I had to invent crazy, stupid voices. Like, you shouldn't have to do that when you're reading a superhero book. Especially not when the bulk of the book is a fight scene. You know, and the funny thing is, that whole fight, like, if this had been, say, an X-Men book from the 90s or something, that fight would have been like 3 pages of the book. And then we would have just moved on. You know? You know what I'm talking about. As boring as that fight was, there's no reason for it to have been that long. You know, this isn't like Wolverine vs. Sabretooth or something where you go, oh, this fight's going to be so awesome. We're going to put this down here so you can see your face. I really like the cover art. Like, turn it like maybe this way so you can kind of take it all in. I really like the cover art on this one. She's like dissolving into pixels and stuff. It is actually pretty darn cool. It's unfortunate that the book let it down. Lord, do I have like an old crazy Marvel book or something just laying around here? Let's see. Middle West, Dollman does the whatevers. Oh, there's that Tangent Universe book I gotta read. Alterna. Apparently I've misplaced all my Marvel books because I thought I had like an old Marvel book in there waiting to read. But I guess not. Doesn't matter. That search was visually more interesting for me than most of that fight scene was. That's how boring the fight scene was. Like, oh yeah, I'm looking in a drawer which you can't see, and it's more fascinating. And it shouldn't be that way. It absolutely shouldn't be that way. Like, you know what you can do here? You have this top row of panels, kind of setting things up. And then right here, you have a cool splash. Well, maybe not a splash. You have a cool panel that's big. It's filmed kind of like askew. You know, so like take kind of like this page or panel right here and rotate it like this. We can see the floor clearly where she's standing. And we can see like stuff in the background. Because look, this is right here. You rotate it like this, and you have him still coming in with the knife, and her meeting him with like a knee, or maybe this laptop comes up and smacks him in the side of the head, or something like that. And you do it kind of askew to show just how dynamic it is. Maybe she like knees upwards, and that's why it's at an angle. So her whole body is canted, and that's lifted him off his feet while he's still got the knife coming in. You know, here's her shoulder, and his knife is like this. Like, that's how you make this a lot more interesting. And that's just this one little teeny panel. And then we talk, who cares? At this point, who cares? Like, you've just given me one of the most boring fight scenes I've ever had the displeasure to read, and now people are talking. Who cares? Who actually cares about it? I sure don't. Except I cared enough that I came over here and talked to you about it to convince you not to spend money on this. I'm still looking forward to the life and death of Toyo Harada. There we go. I got the word out right. Which should be coming out next week. So I'm hoping that's going to be good. I'm looking forward to Incursion. Yeah. Oh, look at Rai. Looking super cool right there. So great cover art, and mediocre everything else. I gotta think of a cool title for this video, because something's got to convey how adjective this was, you know? Like, it's hard to describe just how bland it is. And a superhero comic should never be bland. I'll see you all next time. You have a great day. Remember to check out the social media links in the description below. There'll probably be some things to click on here and here if I remember to set that up. And I'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.